Bom dia, bom dia, bom dia, you guys. I'm so excited to be here today with another bag review. I feel like it's been a hot minute since we had one, and I ran a little poll on my Insta, and this is the one that you guys chose between the options that I had. So I will ask at the end of this video for other options, and then I want to know you guys here on YouTube what you want to see next as far as bag review. But today we are going to review the Saint Laurent or Yves Saint Laurent 5 Le Hobo or Le 5 Hobo bag in the matte black. I am going to give you the pros and cons of it, some specs, and what I love about it, and I'll show you what fits in my bag. Let's do this. Okay, this has been one of my most worn bags since I got it, which I believe it was fall of 2022. The bag itself came out in 2021 and it has been all over Pinterest. It has been such a popular bag for all the celebrities. If you go on Pinterest and type YSL or Saint Laurent 5 Le Hobo outfits, it will show you lots and lots and lots of ideas on how to style this. The good thing about it, or the most fun about this bag, is that it can easily be dressed up or dressed down. So you will see anywhere from like sporty chic outfits like sweatshirts and sweatpants and sneakers to all the way to like dressier versions of or dressy dresses or parties. I can see this being worn in an evening with a cocktail dress, and also it's extremely versatile. I was trying to find some information on why it is called 5-7, which is, 5 to 7 in French. And some places were mentioning that the French, it's like an affair time for the French, and some other places were more of like, no, this is like more of a happy hour bag, which makes sense to me because of the size and the style. So I'm not quite sure why the name is what it is. I couldn't find anything on the YSL website either. So I just thought I would share this little bit of information because it's kind of fun. So I think this has become so popular because it's so minimal, and we have been seeing here, well, I won't say like now, because 2023, there's a lot more minimalistic bags. But as far as like the trends in 2020, even beginning of 2021, it was a lot of the puffer quilted bags that had like that, just like really big puffy styles. And now this is just very simplistic, very elegant, which that was what drew me into the bag. I love the size. It fits everything to like from my phone to like AirPods or, my wallet and lipsticks and the car keys. It's just very, very roomy inside, which I'm gonna go over that with you guys. So the one that I got is in the smooth leather, and it's the matte. And inside of it is the suede lining. So every 5 Hobo bag has a suede interior, and mine is the tone on tone. Usually it's the tone on tone for every other color except for the croc embossed leather. It has a two-tone one, which is a kind of like a camel collar suede inside the ones that I have seen. So it's nice because you're not worried about scratching. However, one of the negatives about this is that because it's calfskin leather and it is the matte, I do have some scuffing and some scratching in here. Although I will say, for as much as I wear it and I've traveled with this, I've put it in like carry-on bags, I've carried with me, I've shoved inside of like my big carry-on, like the totes. It could have been worse. So I think that it does have a really good wear and tear. If you are worried about this, I would recommend you going with the croc embossed because it has a better wear and tear, the one with the shinier leather. But as you can see, like back here, there's really no marks. It doesn't transfer or anything. It's just the front, and I believe it's because I'm trying to fidget with the little loop in here, which brings me to the closure. So the closure is just a strip of leather that holds on to the YSL sign, and then you just loop through another little piece of leather in here, and that's how the bag stays closed. One of the negative parts of it that people ask a lot are things falling off of your bag. Not necessarily, but it is one of the things that, you know, I would hesitate to take certain places because it doesn't have a closure. But then again, if you think about it, you're carrying this bag so close to your armpit in here and your shoulder. It's something that it's not, you know, dragging on your waist that somebody could possibly pickpocket or anything. And I'm talking about pickpockets because it's a common thing in like subways in Europe and all of that. So that is something to be mindful about. I would keep my most important belongings in the one zip pocket. So the interior contains one zip pocket and the gold in here, and it does have the serial number inside. There's nothing really branded on the zipper except for the branded logo placket in here attached to the pocket. The drop of this bag, I believe it's 12 centimeters. Let me double check. 20 centimeters, and the metal is the aged gold, or it says on the website that's the bronze, but mine, I'm pretty sure it's the gold. It's that vintage gold. It is branded in here as well with the Saint Laurent logo. It is somewhat adjustable. There's like 3 little different lengths for you to adjust it, so a 20 centimeter drop. So another cool thing about this is that it comes in a ton of colorways and different metals too. So if gold is not your thing, they do come in silver, I believe in bronze as well. There's a lot of like really beautiful colors. They do have other sizes of this bag too. However, I personally love, this is the medium size. I think that this is perfect to carry everything that you need, but it's still a very compact size bag. Something smaller than this, to me, I believe it would have been too small, especially with the shoulder being designed like this. It would be so hard to fit in my shoulder. And that brings me to another negative of the bag. So I give you a little positive and a little negative, is that I find it very hard to wear it in the winter time with certain pieces of clothing. So puffer jackets or oversized coats, which are pretty much in for the winter, and I believe it will carry on through 2023 too. It's very hard to like put your hand, you know, your arm through, because all of those styles are just super bulky styles. So you just find yourself like really trying to fidget through, or you end up carrying it in your elbow, which is an option as well. But for me, I wanted something to carry on. And I feel like for winter too, and with those kinds of styles of puffer jackets and oversized bags, you might want something a little more crossbody. So I believe that this is a more of like spring, summer, perhaps fall handbag. But the one really positive aspect of it is that, like I said, it goes from like dress down to dressing up so easily. It's extremely versatile, which is not easy to find on a designer bag. It does come with a stiff price tag. I believe here in the States it's like $2,400. You can find this, you know, 30% less in Europe and France if you choose to go to and then have all of your taxes done, which I have a whole video about that. If you guys are new to the channel, I'll make sure to link it here so you can check it out, how you can find designer goodies from their stores much cheaper in Europe because of the import taxes. They don't have it there. Anywho, so I do feel like it's worth it if you're looking for a black minimal bag. I did end up getting the Celine Ting, and it's kind of silly in my, you know, I'm not one to be buying a ton of bags that are the same. I really am not. I'm very careful when I buy handbags because I want to make sure I'll wear the crap out of them and just make my money worth. And I was thinking, I really am not like a huge black bag kind of person, but I found myself wearing this so much. And funny as it is, I took a trip recently and I was so excited about the Celine Ting, and I feel like it's that crossbody bag. It's very in right now. It's the perfect size too. And it's still in the dust bag from this last trip that I did. I didn't even wear it. And this guy here, I've been wearing it so much, and that one is more expensive here in the States than the Saint Laurent Cinq Set. So That should tell you something. I will have a lot of pictures here popping up on the screen with lots of different ways that I personally wore this bag, and I feel like there's just so many other millions of ways. Like I said, you can always go to Pinterest, but if you're interested in the ways that I wore, I will have those photos in here so you guys can check it out. Like I said, I wore this in Paris. I've wore this for, other gatherings. I just find myself picking this up and bringing it everywhere. This is very aesthetically pleasing too. So it's one of those, if you are into doing like a little coffee flat way or just leaving your little bag there when you're having, breakfast or whatever in a pretty table setting, this stays so aesthetically beautiful, like on the little corner, stands up on its own. Like the whole thing, it's not a floppy bag, it's very structured, which I feel like it makes for such an elegant piece. For as long as I've been carrying it too, I don't find that it scratched anything in the bottom. I did initially feel like it should have had a little metal piece in here so to protect the leather, but I have not found that it hurts at all the way that it is. So anyway, let me show you guys what fits in the bag.
Okay, so here I'll show you guys what fits in my bag. I'm using a large cell phone, which in this case is my daughter's phone because I'm filming with mine, but mine is thicker and larger than this one. I'm also able to fit my wallet, my large car keys, and my small point and shoot camera. I also have room for lipstick or lip gloss, and there's also extra room for sunnies in case you need to fit that in there. The bag turns out to be not heavy or distorted at all, so it's quite roomy for such a small bag.
And that was it for the review of the Saint Laurent 5 Set Hobo Bag. I hope that this was helpful to you guys and helped you make a decision if you are looking into purchasing one. As far as next bag reviews go, I kind of want to hear from you, whether you want to see the Celine twin bag or if you want to see the Bottega Intrecciato, I think it's the name of this leather shoulder bag here, which is about the same size as this, maybe a little bit smaller. They're all mini bags. I'm a mini bag kind of girl, guys, but the nice thing about all three of these is that they all fit my phone, so they're keepers. I love it, and usually I'm a neutral girl, but I'm like loving the look of this very like cool green, even as a pop of color to my neutral outfits. It's been very fun for spring, and I'm looking forward to wearing it a ton. So I'll go through the ins and outs and pros and cons of either one of them if you choose to, or just do both like along the next couple of months. As always, you guys, you're liking this video and subscribing to the channel really does help me. And do let me know what other subjects you want to be seeing here in the video on the comments below. I'll make sure to check all of them out. And until next time, beijo. Tchau, tchau.